What's up you guys, this is Rob from Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, I'm going to show you how to get started with the Quills, how to get your focus back, and a whole bunch of new operator augments and additions to the system. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you, when I first started off, I had no clue what I was doing. I had to message Rebecca, I had to message Taylor, I had to figure out exactly what was going on because I didn't know what was happening. So I figured I would go ahead and show you exactly how to get started with all of that stuff. Now, as you can see, the first thing that you're going to want to do is, if of course you've done your focus before, you want to pop back down, and we're going to go ahead and start with a fresh focus goal. So let's say Xeneric. You're going to want to go ahead and unlock it real quick, and then you're also going to want to go ahead and spend at least 1 point into the main kind of, the main node that it's on. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. And then you're going to want to back out. And now it's very important for you to start off like this because you're going to need to be able to pop into your Tenno mode. Now we're going to actually go ahead and head on to Cetus, and you're going to need to do a bit of a quest. So let me go ahead and show you exactly where you need to go. So you're going to go to Earth right over here, pop on over to Cetus, and as you can see, we have about a gajillion billion different instances, so we're just going to go ahead and pick one, preferably one that says empty, and then we're going to go and get started with a couple different things. So first things first, you're going to want to head over to the bounty guy. So he's the guy with the walls. Oh my god, look at how beautiful and gorgeous it is. Oh, I almost don't want to skip the scene, but we're gonna go ahead. Oh, we're gonna skip the cinematic. So basically, you're gonna run on over to the opposite end of Cetus, where you see like the massive groups of people. Just pass by all of these things. Keep note too that there is a cave to the right that you're gonna want to remember. As you can see here, I'm just basically bullet jumping through the whole place, and you want to get over to the job board. So once you get to the job board, you're going to want to talk to this man over here. Notice how everybody goes away. Konzu. And you're going to want to start with one of the bounties. So, really, legitimately, you don't have to, it doesn't really matter which bounty you pick. Just go ahead, pick one bounty and complete it. Once you are done with that bounty, you can actually pop back in, and he will give you another quest. Now, interestingly enough, you see this woman right here? Well, I've completed the quest, and that's actually the quest for Gara. It's going to take you to a solo instance. It's not going to be something that you're going to be doing with allies, but it will take you onto the plains. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to get the quest from Konzu, and then this lady right here is going to be wandering somewhere around the village. You'll see a little white node in the marker, so just keep an eye out on the map and see if you can't find her there. After that, you'll talk to her, and she will start sending you on Gar's quest. Now, after all of that is said and done, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to this side of the village. Now, as you can see right here, you've got this little cool cave area. It's really, really cool, really, really interesting. And then you're going to want to pop out as your operator, and the door will open. The door will only open for you if you pop out as an operator. That's why it's very important for you to actually go ahead and spend that one node, because I know that a lot of us had our respecs done, and you know, you want to be able to actually put some points in before you come in and take a look at all that stuff. After that, there's going to be this insane, like, I don't even want to ruin it for you, but it was like a moment. It was kind of like that moment in The War Within when you popped out of your Warframe, you know what I mean, where you like, transferred back into your Warframe at a distance. It was freaking amazing. Unfortunately, I don't think I can replay it, but it was awesome. But I wanted to go ahead and show you some of the very, very interesting things that are available here. So let's start on with trade sentient cores for Quill standing.
Yes.
So you get these sentient cores, and I've got 6 available here, which is not very much standing at all. It's not going to make any kind of bump into all of that, but you get those from fighting Bombalists. Now, if you've ever fought the Bombalists, it's very, very simple. You're going to want to use your Warframe to destroy the outer core of the sentient Bombalist, so the little cute little Bombalist guys. Then, when you see that glowing spirit part on the inside come out, you're going to want to pop into your operator and just zap that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and trade those in so that I get a little bit of standing, a little tiny bit of standing, but that's what's going to be the sentient cores. The other thing that you can do is you can take a look at the Quill standing, and it will show you all the different offerings, but we'll get into that in a second. The exciting thing here is the amp assembly. So as you can see, I don't have any of the parts quite yet, but the amp assembly is going to work very similarly to Hawk's Anvil. You're going to have a prism, a scaffold, and a brace. Now let's go ahead and take a look at those prisms, scaffolds, and braces. Alright, so we'll go into quill standing, we're going to go into offerings, and oh my god, there is so much fucking amazing things here. It's not even funny. So let's go ahead and start. So as you can see here, we have 3 different parts to a new kind of like, I guess you would say, a new weapon for your operator. And there's the prism, the scaffold, and the brace. So I'm gonna start off with the prisms because I get really jazzed about these. When I first looked at them, I was like, what is going on here? I need it. So as you can see here, this wrap black prism blueprint, a convex prism table focuses energy towards a fine point, semi-auto, long range, and precise. It's gonna be like you're firing bullets out of this thing. It's absolutely amazing. So the prism kind of controls the kind of projectile you fire. So as you can see here with the Schwach prism blueprint, this one is a broad, double-barreled crown cabochon prism for maximum spread. Semi-auto, short range, wide angle. So that almost sounds like it's a big like shotgun kind of blast that's going to be coming out of this. I'm like really excited for that. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next prism, which is the Grand Moo prism blueprint. This one got me super excited. You don't even know. A roughly tumbled prism held before a heavy-duty triple shutter gate, multi-shot grenade burst! A multi-shot grenade burst! Are you kidding me? That is absolutely insane. Look at all these things that we need to pick up for it though. Oh my god. Alright, and I believe that is the only, those are the only 3. So we have the Wrap Black Prism, which is kind of like a semi-auto. We have the Schwach Prism, which is more of like a shotgun, kind of like shotgun scatter shot. And then we have the Prism Blueprint, which is like a grenade launcher almost. It's crazy. So the scaffolds are next, and these ones are interesting. I really don't know how everything kind of like pulls together. But this one cradles a large volume quick charge capacitor to unleash a wide killing beam. How that kind of works with maybe a shotgun or a grenade launcher, I have no clue, but you're supposed to be able to kind of put all of these things together to create your own kind of weapon. So that one is a wide killing beam, alright? Keep that in mind. We're going to move to the next scaffold, which is a heavyweight shock-absorbing scaffold capable of short-range, wide-angled flak blasts. How does that work with like a semi-auto shot? I have no clue, but I really want to play around with all of it and see exactly how it all works. There's also the scaffold for this one. This one I don't even understand. Okay, I need somebody to walk me through this and let me know if this makes sense to you guys. But an elegant, finely calibrated proton aggregator latches onto a target and hoses them down. How do you? I mean, like, is it kind of like a beam? Do you mean like hose them down in a beam form? I don't know exactly what that means at all, but super interesting. And then of course we have the braces. Now the braces are kind of like the, how would you say this? They're like the quality of life, alright? So as you can see here with the Klapraka brace blueprints, this one has increased ammunition added onto it. So whatever you attach this to is going to have increased ammunition. And this is the Juntini brace. This one has a bunch of heat sinks that reduce recharge delays, which are definitely nice. I actually went ahead and fought an Eidolon a little bit earlier, but I didn't want to go and get the what is it called, the daytime, you know, from night to day achievement quite yet. I wanted to hold off on that and let you guys know exactly when that was happening. So I was like, ooh, maybe we should leave. But this brace blueprint, this arm piece doubles a throttled overcharger, increasing the likelihood of critical hits. So that sounds pretty fucking awesome if I do say so myself. It's all really exciting. Now, you guys can actually see right here, there are a bunch of customizations that you can craft yourself as blueprints if you really want to. You can also pick them up in the market. They're also available as bundles. The next interesting thing that I wanted to show you were the Virtuos and the Magus. Now, I believe, let's take a look. Let's start right here. The Magus is actually going to be for your operator, and these Magus enhancements, I'm just like, what even is this? Especially when we get towards the end. So the Magus Vigor blueprint, transferring out of a Warframe grants the operator additional health. So this one actually gives a health boost to your operator, which is pretty fucking fantastic if I do say so myself. We'll go ahead and move into the Magus Husk blueprint. This one, transferring out of your operator, grants the operator additional armor. So you can be a little bit tankier. Let's go ahead and move into the Magus Cloud blueprint. The Void Dash has a chance to grant immunity to falling damage. A part of me, I get it, the operator takes falling damage, but I don't really know exactly how much I feel for that one. The Cadence blueprint, Void Dash has a chance to increase sprint speed, which is nice, especially if you're trying to kind of avoid some of the damage that's done by the Eidolons. It's not really that hard to kind of like avoid, but you know, it's nice to have. The Magus Replenish blueprint, this one has a Void Dash has a chance to restore health. That's awesome. But these two down here, I was like, what is even going on? This is, okay, these two arcanes, I do have to say, really kind of show off the fact that DE is thinking of operators as becoming something that you're not forced to use, but you can use them in really, really cool situations. So the Magus Elevate blueprint, transferring out of a Warframe restores health to it over time. Right? So if you have a Warframe that needs to regenerate health, you can jump into your operator real quick, maybe even stealth up, and give it some health as, you know, health over time. But we also have the Nourish blueprint, transferring into a Warframe has a chance to restore health to it. So you can jump out of your Warframe, giving it some health over time, and then when you jump back into that Warframe, you can have a chance to restore health to it as well. So I'm like, wow, this stuff is really, really interesting. DE is really thinking out of the box as to how to use your operator and your Warframe in tandem. A lot of people were saying, oh, we're only going to be using our operators now, yada, yada, yada. I definitely don't think that's the case, but this definitely makes the gameplay with it a little bit more interesting. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Virtuose Null blueprint. This one, kills have a chance to increase the regeneration of the operator energy for amps and void beam. So one of the things that I found a lot when I was fighting Eidolons is that you would run out of the ammo real quick and you would have to actually wait for it to regenerate a lot. So you just basically be taking defensive maneuvers while your stuff recharged. So that's definitely a nice thing to have. The Tempo blueprints, kills have a chance to increase the fire rate. That is awesome, especially when you're fighting a lot of bombalists and you want to kind of like burn through multiple of them at once. The only thing is, because of the fact that you don't really have too much ammo, legitimately you might burn through it a little too quick with a fast fire rate. Virtuous Fiery blueprint, status effects have a chance to increase the fire rate. Again, cool, but I'm not really a big fan of the fire rate increasing ones just because, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to unload, you want to unload, and I haven't really tried it with any of the other amps, clearly, because I haven't picked them up, and I'm just kind of showing you what you can do. This one's interesting, though. Critical hits have a chance to increase critical damage. So if you actually take one of, I believe it was the braces that increases your critical chance, this might pair quite well with it. Then we have the Virtual Shadow blueprint. This one, headshots have a chance to increase critical chance. So again, we're kind of playing with the critical chance thing, and maybe you can even attach different things to different parts. I haven't gotten a chance to see it myself, but we'll find out soon enough. And then we have the Virtuose Ghost blueprint. The headshots have a chance to increase status chance. So that is super, super exciting. And I'm really, really excited to play around with a lot of the operator stuff. And for any of those of you guys who are curious, the operator definitely does feel a lot smoother. It doesn't feel as smooth as playing as a Warframe though. So I'm gonna give you that much, even though you've got a cute little slide and you can kind of play around with all that kind of stuff. It does not really feel as smooth as a Warframe itself. Let me see if I can show you the slide. There you go. There's the slide. It's great. But, you know, you can't bullet jump, you can't do any of that kind of stuff, you just gotta slide. And you have a dash, you can do a dash as well, you know, you still have all of your void dashes and all of that movement stuff. But I wanted to go ahead and show you one last thing. Here is the other services, so you guys are aware of this. So, you can guild and enhance an amp. So, as you guys know, in Hawk's Anvil, they have these Zaws, and if you really, really like the way a weapon performs, you can amp it up, and that's by guilding it. So you can actually go ahead and guild your amps as well. Now, if you can actually go ahead and donate an amp, so if you've already went ahead and built an amp and it's not really for you, you can turn it back in to get more standing. And the last one is you can entitle an amp. So if there's something that you really, really like, you can go ahead and put a name on it, which is absolutely fantastic. So that is the rundown for how you get your operator back, how you get all of your focus back when it comes to the Plains of Eidolon. Hopefully that helps you guys out, because I definitely know that I had trouble when I first started out trying to get everything back into place. I'm like, I don't know how to like get into this. So just remember, as a basic rundown, all you're really going to be doing is at least put 1 point in one of your focus schools, choose it as your primary, go and find the first bounty from the guy at the board. I don't know people's names. Finish that bounty, then he will give you the quest for Gara. Do the quest for Gara all the way, then come back into this little area right over here. So again, you basically walk from the job board and you come this way. And then you come this way and you'll be able to find it here. You pop out of your Warframe and the doors should open just fine for you. So that pretty much does it for now. I hope that helped out a little bit, and I'm gonna leave it there. If you guys have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys in the plains. Bye-bye.